What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there this Sunday, early afternoon, day after Christmas? So hopefully everybody had a great holiday. I am Lee Black. I am the host of Real Talk for Real Men, and of course, my show is still on holiday hiatus. But I promised my viewers I would pop in throughout this time and let you know what's going on with me, and just to kind of keep in contact. So hopefully everybody's having a great holiday season as it's kicked off, and we still got a little bit of time left. So I wanted to pop in today, though, because I wanted to talk about an interaction that I've been having on the TFG platform called His and Hers Relationship Perspectives. And if you're unfamiliar with it, definitely you need to get involved. The TFG His and Hers Relationship Perspectives page, apply. You won't be disappointed. You know, we pose questions there dealing with relationships, you know, in a very real way. Now, let me state up front from the very beginning, as I pop in, my views are reflective of my own personal views. So they are not the views of TFG TV, TFG Media, TFG Network, or any of the members there of Lee Black, myself. Having said that, on the TFG TV network, and especially in this particular case, the His and Hers Relationship Perspectives, some fantastic questions are put out there designed to help us understand each other better. So there are no wrong or right answers. We encourage you to participate, be active, share your views. The only thing that we ask is that we agree to disagree without being disagreeable. And that's the same principle under which I operate my own show, Real Talk for Real Men. And that's because we don't have to agree, and we welcome various opinions. But there's a question that I posed on the TFG His and Hers Relationship Perspectives. It's about a bride in a particular video, bride and groom. So I'm going to actually try to share the brief video with you, and then I'll take you to the TFG His and Hers Relationship Perspectives, question, and then I'll entertain, whatever you want to say about it. And you're more than welcome to go on there and comment as well. So I'm going to try to share my screen with you, first of all, and share this video with you. So hopefully I can do this right. So bear with me. So let's share screen here. And we're going to try to see if we can get this thing popped off. And, I'm going to share my screen here. If I'm doing this right. There we go. Share the screen. So, I hope you can see this. And if you can, I am going to play this video. It's very short, but I want you to be able to see what the whole thing is all about. So hopefully you can see this. Now this happens to, I'll let you watch first. Okay, let's stop it there. All right. So let's actually stop it there. I hope you are able to see that basically what has happened, and it's kind of starting to blow up. There's a wedding, in case you didn't see it. And at the wedding, the bride, is dressed scantily. She has on a nice little lace thing with her ass hanging out. And she, along with her bridesmaids, they give a very provocative dance to the husband. He's sitting in a chair. So this is a choreographed routine where she does a nice little dance. And having said that, now the ass is fat. It's sexy as fuck. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Now, the question that I posed in the TFG His and Hers Relationship Perspectives, I asked the question, I said, who's to blame when in less than 3 months she starts boning one of her friends? That was the question. Who's to blame when in less than 3 months she starts boning one of her friends? Now, clearly, this is a provocative question because it elicited a variety of different, responses. Somebody said yes because her enjoying her wedding will make her cheat. I'm sure her husband knows her and is perfectly happy. So another young lady said cheaters cheat regardless. And if you want a woman that keeps everything private, then get one. Just don't expect a free woman to change herself. Everyone needs to find their lid. Somebody else said, everything ain't for everybody's eyes. Do that for your hubby in private. And that person said in their own opinion. But anyway, that's y'all business. Carry on. Another gentleman chimed in and said, I'm willing to wager she's likely more faithful than the average woman. Then it spurred more conversation, where ladies said, I'm confused that why does her doing this equate to her sleeping with his friends? And so it's obviously hit a nerve and spurred a lot of conversation. So I wanted to come on and address it before I start watching football today. Welcome viewers for tuning in. Reps, how you doing? What's going on? Good to see you. And I'll even share a few comments here, because it clearly is a provocative topic. Rep says, break, listen, I appreciate that popping in. Why do we assume she will bone another person? That's where I wanted to start with, Rep, right there. If you look at my question, the assumption is not that she will bone someone. I asked the question predicated on who is to blame if that happens. So that's where I think a lot of women are taking exception with me. The question is, who's to blame when in less than 3 months she starts boning one of his friends? It's just not assuming she's going to cheat. I'm asking a question, proposing that who would you blame? Let's say if in a short period of time she does start boning one of his friends. Nowhere in that question does it state definitively that she's going to cheat. I'm asking the question that who would you blame if in less than 3 months she does start boning one of his friends? Because the implication here is that by that dance, what I was asking is, by that sexy dance, her showing her ass in full view, even though she's grinding on her husband. But my implication is that all these other guys are standing around. Now, let's say if somebody ends up fucking this woman, who gets the blame? Is it the husband for allowing his wife to do this? Is it her bride? I'm simply asking a question. I'm not saying I'm right. I was asking a question. And so some people are getting a little bent out of shape because they're assuming that I'm saying she's going to cheat. Now, let me state again, let me be clear here, because my opinions are going to be my own. So I want to share some things with you. Now, I'm going to post some comments. This is just semantics. You have just said yourself implications that is not what I said. So if you listen carefully, I'm talking about who's to blame if that happens. But if you want to go there, let's go there. My personal opinion is that she likely will end up cheating. That's my personal opinion. Now, you're welcome to yours. Having said that, me personally, I believe that should be something reserved for something in private. Because to me, you've just disrespected the foundation of the marriage, that you just showed your ass in full view to all who would listen. And what I talk about in my comments is the fact that now that everybody's seeing your ass, these other men seeing exactly what you got, you're inviting infidelity into a relationship from the very beginning. That's my opinion. But we don't have to play semantics. Now I'm stating it directly. But when I wrote the question, I write very good English. So I know exactly what I proposed. But you can choose to pick out of it what you like. That's okay. Because the beautiful thing about these questions is it's designed to get your opinion. It's designed to get your opinion. What's going on, Brother Kenny? Good rising to you. And clearly it has hit a nerve. And what disturbs me about this is the fact that a lot of women don't seem to see a correlation between her behavior and how it could lead to infidelity. Now let's change directions for a second. So let's say if the same thing happened. Now, if this was in this case, the woman was seated and he came out and he had on G-strings and he wiggled his dick around in full view. How many of you ladies will be out there saying that that's okay? Well, he was just giving a private dance for his woman. It doesn't matter that other women in this party are seeing his dick, and that don't mean he gonna cheat. How many of you will say that? Because if you're saying that you would think that's okay, you're fucking liars. You know what you would be saying? You would be saying that he disrespected her and nobody should see his dick and that he was advertising. But it's amazing how you make allowances when it's you. But here's the thing, ladies. I understand. It's your world. We live in it now. With the advent of videos like WAP and things like that, it is your world. We respect that. I respect that. You guys can do what you want to. And nobody's saying you can't do what you want with your own body. God bless you. I'm stating for me, personally, I think that's what has led to a lot of infidelity. Because if at a ceremony where it's supposed to be marriage, and then somebody on one of the comments talked about my view of marriage. Well, you're right. My view of marriage happens to be antiquated, old-fashioned. I believe that certain things should be kept private. I personally don't want my wife, no woman, advertising what I'm getting in that bedroom. That's just me. Now, some people may be okay with that. I personally believe that when you advertise to that degree, you are opening up an invitation for infidelity. Now, that happens on both ends. Just so you know, I'm not blaming women here, because too many times men go get a woman from the shake joint and try to turn a hoe into a housewife, and then wonders why down the road she's fucking his friends. But dude, that's what you brought in, you know? And so in this case, this dude, he probably is oblivious to the fact that all he can see is I married the woman of my dreams and she's sexy as hell, and he might even be proud for everybody to know it. She's sexy as hell. Having said that, can a man rake fire in his bosom and not get burned? And that's from the Bible, in case you guys don't know. And the answer is no. When you keep tempting fate, you're asking for it. And so what I am asking in my question on TFG, his and hers relationship perspective is, who would be to blame? That's a simple question. So don't focus on the semantics. We're not going to get caught up on that, you know, because we're not going to do a whole back and forth on whether, if, and when. I just wanted you to answer the question, who would be to blame? If you want to say it's some, that's fine. I can live with that. That because you're missing the forest for the trees. The question I'm simply asking is, who would be to blame? So let's suppose that down the road she ends up screwing one of his friends. Would you blame the husband for being okay with her showing her wares, or would you blame her because she committed the act? Would you blame his friends? That is what I was talking about. So I don't want to get caught up on semantics or anything like that. And I welcome your opinions. So Case, I'll read yours again as well. You said this was a choreographed dance and he looked completely into it. I didn't see anyone in the comments saying it was something they would do. What I'm saying is it's their business and whatever floats their boat. But anyway, the people to blame would be the two adults who choose to participate in infidelity. I agree with you 1,000%, sweetheart, in my opinion. Again, that don't mean I'm right. But I think the blame would be on the two people who committed to infidelity, but there are cause and effect. Let's not forget cause and effect. I'm not denying that it was a choreographed dance. What I'm questioning is the wisdom in that choreographed dance. Do you think that maybe they might should have maybe thought this through? That's all I'm asking. Now, clearly they were okay with it. And you're right when you say it's their business. So we're not questioning whether they had the right to do it and whether it's their business. I'm not getting into that. Hell, she's not my wife. You know, I enjoyed it. She got a fat, pumping ass and probably got some good pussy on her. So I enjoyed being a voyeur in that situation. I'm just saying, asking the question on a different way. It, of course, is their people going to do what they're going to do anyway. I'm just raising the possibility that could cause issues in their marriage down the road. Because soon as she steps out of line and does something, is he calling her a hoe? Well, I knew you was a hoe when I married you. Now, if she does step out of line and he questioned it, is she saying, you knew what you got when you was getting into this? You know, that's the question I'm posing, ladies. That's all I was doing. I was just simply raising it from that perspective. Reps, you're saying, you know, if they do stray outside of the marriage, then all parties involved in the fidelity, absolutely, the wife. So absolutely, the blame goes there. But I am really talking about what causes these things. I'm just trying to ask the question so people can think outside the box. That, you know what, maybe sometimes there are things that we do that can contribute to the outcome. Because if we don't believe that there's a cause and effect, then I don't know where we go from here, because there is a cause and effect. I myself was married. I myself was a cheater. I myself cheated in full sight. And I know that things like that happened, and that's where it started from. So looking back on, I tell people this all the time. I can't tell you how to have a perfect relationship because I've had many failed ones. I can tell you what not to do, because I can sit and tell you as a man how I'm thinking. And I promise you this. If I'm at that wedding and I'm in that wedding party or just a viewer hanging out and that choreographed dance happens, I'm enjoying every last bit of it. I'm looking at that fat pumping ass twerking and jerking. I'm enjoying every last bit of it. And let me tell you what I'm thinking as a man. Let him slip up. Let him slip up. I done already seen what she got, and I might want a piece of it. I might want a piece of it. As a man, that's who I am. I'm going to think that, because you just allowed me to see your wife in all her glory. Now I didn't see a snatch, but I saw her ass, and that's good enough. My thing is, you just opened that door where that might not have even been planted in my brain. And that's all I was talking about. But anyway, I don't want to keep you guys too long. Get ready to go watch some football for the day. But I wanted to pop in because this was a very provocative question. I hope that the conversation continues because clearly it is definitely adding a lot of flavor to the page. If you haven't done so already, please go to TFG, become subscribe to a part of the platform of everything we're doing there, TFG TV. In this case, go to Facebook, look up TFG, His and Hers Relationship Perspectives. It is a private club. Request to be involved, to be invited into it, because these are the type of questions we're going to put out there. I'm going to do my very best to come in on Sundays before I kick off my football season and have an open forum discussion on this. You're invited to share your opinions. No opinions will be turned away. That's how I get down. I ain't scared. More than that, I invite that in the conversation. We don't always think alike. And the only way we're going to get to a place where we can come to some level of agreement or not is by talking about these things. And that's going to make for some great spirited conversation. But also by subscribing to the TFG TV platform and networks, you're going to get a hell of a lot more for your bang. You're going to get sports content, religious content, real estate news, real talk about relationships, politics, you name it, we got it. TFG TV is where you need to be in 2022. That's where you need to be. It's all going down. We got a lot of great things planned for 2022. I am excited about the possibility of joining the TFG family, and I'm looking forward to having some great conversations, just perusing through the TFG, His and Hers Relationship Perspectives. You guys are highbrow. I love it. I love the passion, the opinions. I'm looking forward to having some great conversations with you ladies and gentlemen. I want my fellas, don't shrink and hide. You know, we got to talk about this shit. That's what we do. So with that said, I want you to get back to your Sunday, do what you do, smoke, drink, party, kick, church, whatever you do. I'm going to go watch some football, but I'll be peeking in through the rest of the day. But I wanted to come in and talk about that question. Who's to blame? And I'll be popping in on more questions. Till next time, I'll see you guys.